All right, welcome back. You're still watching Daybreak Africa, and as we said earlier, it's time now for the discourse segment. And you also know that every Thursdays we talk about issues relating to health, hygiene, wellness, kitchen tips, everything just related to health. And today we are going to be talking about maintaining a good hygiene for our toilet and bathroom. And joining us in this conversation is a well-known face, really. She's a well-known face. She's going to help us dissect some of these issues too. And she is Feyisayo Aiyepola. Thank you and welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me. I already said you're a no face. I don't know the what's
but today I'm not here. I'm not here the way I always come. So this is another dimension.
All right, really. Most of us don't always have proper hygiene when it comes to. We don't always observe proper hygiene when it comes to our toilets and bathrooms. Sometimes you just feel that because we have washed it, or because we have flushed the toilets, or because we have washed our hands. That's all. And there is more to that. There's more to flushing your toilet. There's more to just washing your hands after you are done. There's more to just washing the toilets or the bathroom with what's it called, with disinfectant. Yes. So this morning we have brought you rules to maintain toilet hygiene. And yes, I think the first one we have to talk about is that I'm sure there are so many people on this table. Some people just feel that let me just mop my toilets and I'm done, or let me just use broom to wash it and I'm done. But I think we need to say that it is important for us to always at least sweep it first before you then go on to mopping. You understand?
Yeah.
Before you then use disinfectant to mop.
Yeah.
And
okay. You know, sometimes for most people that uses broom to just wash the toilet, you know, sometimes the broom can break and it can cause dirt. And some people, even the soap we use in having our bath, sometimes you can just, maybe when it remains small, maybe while you're having your bath, the soap breaks or something, it falls on the floor. Those things they make up dirt, and they can end up blocking the drainage. So you just need to, especially if you are the type that uses broom to clean your toilet, just make sure that you clean, you sweep. And don't use broom again, or you can get a better broom that doesn't, because I noticed that brooms, whenever you use them to clean the toilets, they kind of always easy to break.
Yes. That's why it's recommended that you first sweep. When you sweep, you'll be able to gather those
dirts.
Yes. The used nylons for your soap and other stuff that would have attributed to your dirt piling up in the toilet. You just put it in your garbage before you. We will advise for you to get mop, at least for your toilet, especially for your toilet. So after you sweep, you just mop and use the disinfectant too for other stuff, and
just make sure you clear that drainage, because I don't know, somehow our body kind of creates dirt.
Definitely.
I don't know how those
leaving those dirt piling up in your drainage creates this smell.
Yes.
You would notice it. So if you should ignore it or decide to neglect it, with time the smell keeps on coming and it will be unbearable. It's not so good for your health. So the little things that we think don't matter actually matters a lot in our health.
I think we need to say this, that we unwrap our soap.
Yes.
Sometimes you just
throw it by your side.
The nylon on the floor, just throw this on the floor and all of that. I think it's important for, as soon as you are unwrapping your soap, just trash.
Every toilet is meant to have
a trash
can. Exactly. Just trash it immediately. And also, I think every toilet and bathroom should have like a wall hanger.
Yes,
where you place your soap,
your toothbrush.
You already place your soap in a soap case.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Before you now place it on the hanger.
Yes.
Your toothbrush. You see, talking about that toothbrush, I just remembered. I know there are so many people on this table.
Expose us.
but seriously,
Okay.
when we are talking about maintaining a very good hygiene, I think our toothbrushes are one of the most important things we need to talk about.
Yes.
Most of us, by the time we finish brushing our teeth, we just drop the toothbrush, and then we close the toilet door, and we are off. We are off. It's not supposed to be so. We are supposed to, you know, this thing I'm talking about. I remember when I initially got married. It caused a rift between I and my husband. Because I'm like, what? I don't have to brush. Oh yeah, let me just drop it. And then I don't know what my husband did. I don't know where he got that cockroach from. I don't know where he got that cockroach from. It was later on that it was not like he saw the cockroach walking, and then he just took it with tissue paper, and then he placed it on the wash hand basin near my toothbrush, and then he called me. So it was like a planned work, but that was later on. That was later. I think months after that, you know, we were just talking, and then we just used it to. So I was just like, when he just called me, and I was like, he said, babe, come and see. And then I got to the bedroom, what is it? And then he said, see. The cockroach was walking towards me. He was crawling towards my toothbrush, and I was like, see. And then you come and put this toothbrush in your mouth. And then, so I had to, you know, I had to learn it the hard way.
Yes.
But it was for my good.
Exactly, yeah.
I think we should try as much as possible to get toothbrushes that have cases.
Yeah.
There are some who don't have.
But most toothbrushes now, they have
not the 200 naira.
Yes, so not the 200 naira.
Let the phone breathe. That's what they can afford.
There are some that have the case. So when you are done, wash very well, and then you place it back in the case. After that, you know that nothing can come close to. You are safe. It's not that you're already swallowing.
And I used to take note of something whenever I'm brushing. Whenever I finish brushing, I notice that sometimes the toothpaste, they actually go down the tube. I have to kind of eat this before the toothpaste come out. You know, some people will not even take note of that and just leave it, then come back the following morning, put another toothpaste on it, and off they go.
Well, okay. And also I will advise we take note of wiping our toilet seats immediately after use. Most people feel like when they just flush the toilet, that's all. When you flush the toilet, look at it over again. Make sure there are no traces of, then make sure you make use of your toilet paper to wipe the seats. So that it will be neat and dried always. I like walking into a toilet that is dried, neat, not wet, and you're coming and everywhere is irritating. You get, we just need to focus on that aspect too. It's not just about flushing. Flush properly and also dry off.
And again, when you are flushing, you need to cover it, because you know when you flush, the water can somehow splash and it brings the germs
out.
Yes.
So
you need to cover, because you wouldn't even know. By the time you flush and the thing comes out, you still use your hand. Maybe if you are the type that you use your hand to clean maybe at any surface of the toilet. That's same hand. You use it to you want to wash your hand or something. You open the tap, you wash, and then you still use that same hand to close the distance.
You know, talking about toilet seats, I think there are some toilet seat covers that are being made. You just place them on the toilet seat instead of having to sit directly on the toilet seat. You get, so you can one can just get as many as possible. You get, you can just buy as much as possible, and you keep changing. By the time you use one today, maybe you use one for like 3 days. Wash it off, use disinfectant and all of that, and then you replace it with a new one. So you know that, okay, yes, I'm trying to make everything clean. And there are some people that we have visitors visitors that come unannounced.
Yes.
And you are not comfortable with
sharing
a toilet seat with this particular person. This is where the work of the toilet seat cover comes in. By the time the person sits on the toilet seat cover and the person is done, just remove it. You get, just remove it and then replace it with another one. I think that's one of the things that we really need when it comes to all of these toilet seats. And still talking about toilet seats and flushing, I know that there are still some people in this age and time, grown-up people, grown-up people that you will see outside, dressed up in heels, in makeup, in all of that. But if you go to their houses, they forgot to flush.
My God.
Tell me we had a celebrity talk about something like that of recent.
Yes.
So talking about her boyfriend not flushing and all of that.
How can you forget?
Can you imagine? No, will you ever imagine a grown-up doing that? But I'm trying to tell you that so many people do it.
Yes.
They will just forget. And maybe by the time they get to the office, they just remember that.
But how is it even possible?
How is it possible?
And by the time
the first thing that should come to your mind.
Immediately.
And by the time you get back home from work and you open it,
smell. Oh my God.
But you know, you can't really know them. You can't really identify them
by
from
just
outside
looking at them.
looking at them. But if you have shared probably a flat with 2-3 people, you should understand what I am saying. I mean, fine girls.
I am telling you. Oh my God.
But by the time you tell them, you did not remember. Oh God, I thought I did. No, let's not always be tossing. We should not be tossing. Let's endeavor to always, at least just try. If you feel you can, sometimes you feel that I flushed, but it did not flush very well.
Yes.
Or it didn't go down the drain very well.
Exactly.
Maybe just part of it went out. Just check again.
That is why it is,
Because why we are saying this is, by the time you sit, we don't clean our toilets, we don't wash very well. We have the tendency of getting infected.
Yes.
That's where infection sets
especially
in.
for ladies.
For ladies, yes.
Exactly. That's where you see a lady telling you that she has UTI, urinary tract infection, and all of that. I think that's one of the major causes of UTI.
Yes.
Toilet infection. I remember when having UTI is not a good experience
at all.
It's not a good experience. And I think we need to say this, that I'm sure some people will be saying that for we that we don't have our own flat, for we that we don't have our own apartment, that we don't have a choice but we have to share. Some school, so someone like me that I stayed in the school still, whereby maybe in my floor 50 people.
I am
50 people shared 4 toilets. That's it.
Talking from experience, yes.
50 people shared 4 toilets. And you cannot even, who will you go and hold that? Come here, you don't flush this toilet.
That's it.
You did not do this. So I think it's just a culture we have to imbibe. And also, if you know that, okay, I'm not the type of person who does this, but there are people around me who does. You can just make sure you get disinfectants.
Exactly, yes.
Before you sit on the toilet seat. Another very important thing that people don't really take note of is the toilet brush.
That is one. that is one. Like, I feel every toilet should have it. One. You can't improvise. That's.
Oh no! What you want to improvise?
Some people can just decide to use sponge and dip their hand inside
you. They can't improvise. They can make use of their brooms. They can make use of sponge, but that toilet brush.
You just need to have
the broom you just talked about? I have seen some women
now
wash their children's pots with broom.
Yes.
I've seen.
It is.
I have seen.
We know. We know ourselves.
You know yourself.
You know yourself, not me.
All the words, we know ourselves. But that brush, the brush is very important in our toilets.
And
we should.
And one of the reasons why I said it's very important is some of us, I think I've been guilty of it before. Been a long time. Been a long time. I think we tend to like forget that we need to replace it.
Yes. Yes.
We tend to forget that
it's true.
This brush has worked for 6 months. It has worked for a year. There is no how you use the brush that it won't get smaller.
Yeah, that's all you will see. Yeah, that's all you will see. You will just be wondering. I've been using this thing for like over 5 years, and I'll be like, "What is happening
really
now? Just
small.
get new one."
So it's not something that's so expensive like that. You can still get for the last one I think I still get for like 1,500.
Yes, yes.
If you want,
Depends on the size.
It depends on the size.
Yes.
If you want the most sophisticated ones, you can get for 2,000, 2,500. So I don't think it's something that should not be replaced in say 6 months. You can at most say 9 months. You can.
And I also feel people they don't really know the use of the brush.
Yeah.
Some can use that brush also for this sweeping of their toilet floors.
Wow.
You get, they just feel like it's a brush now. They will use it to brush their. It is not supposed to be. The toilet brush is meant for one particular thing.
And you should also ensure to wash the brush.
Yes,
after
also
use.
Disinfect
yes.
the
brush also.
And also
make it dry before you put it
dry,
inside
the and also the I don't know what they call
container.
It. The container of the brush.
Yes.
We should also try as much as possible to wash it. The outside, the in and out. Wash it in and out, because by the time you carry some people's toilet, I don't know. I don't know. It's because we call it toilet brush.
And one thing we should not forget, we should also remember to wash our bathroom walls.
Yes,
very important, because when we are having our bath, water, some people like that don't know how to just manage
water, just splash.
And for people with children, when they want to bathe their children, they be like, oh, the wall, let me wash your leg. The ladder, the soap, everything is on the wall, and by the time you just use your hands to just, even without even using your phone, you will see it. It's going to be very obvious, because especially if it's a white house, the ladder, everything would have changed the color. So as we are washing the floors, and because I have an aunt, when you want to wash our bathroom, she will tell you that it's not just the floor.
Exactly.
That's
what
walls.
People don't know.
It's not just
when you're washing your toilet, you're washing everything.
The
doorknobs,
when you're washing your toilet, it's not just the toilet seat.
Yes.
Everything.
Even the water, where the water stays, everything. Wash everything.
Because by the time you look at it very well, you see that it's already stained.
Yes.
With all these molds and all of that, it's already there. So it's very important for us to wash the nook and crannies of everything that
is in your toilet.
Yes.
Even the sometimes some people keep their washing machines in the bathroom. Just make sure you clean everything, because you're at risk of infection. By the time you don't clean everything, you just put your hand on it, and from there you get infected.
And it is important for us, when you just talk about infection, it's important for us to also disinfect. Don't just say you are disinfecting your toilet seat. Don't just say you are disinfecting your own hand.
Yes.
Because you are still going to open the tap. You are still going to
I just feel that the tap we should get the most. The one we should get is, I feel that the automated one is, but not everybody. Because I just feel that's the best, because by the time it's okay, you just finish using the toilet and you want to wash, and you use that same hand to open the tap. You in your mind, you've washed your hand. And you use that same hand
to close the toilet.
Exactly. So what is the endeavor to dry your hands?
Yes, every toilet should have a towel, a toilet towel. Yes, I think it's you won't see that toilet towel in most houses.
Yes.
But we should try as much as possible to get it. Yes.
And getting a hand towel, I think we need to always wash our hands.
Yes.
At least for 20 seconds.
Yes.
And rinse it off with warm water. Before you now say, it's not just about washing pouring water in your hand. I've cleaned it with towel. Wash it for like 20 seconds. During the COVID era, when they were telling us to always wash our hands and all of that, they'll tell us wash it. Just keep washing for at least like 30 seconds. So now we're telling you, keep washing for like 20 seconds. Let there be lather the soap ladder on your hand, and then you rinse it up with warm water. So thereby you are very sure that you have washed up whatever germs that might be on the hand.
No, continue.
All right, so and also we need to always keep our floor clean.
Like dry, dry. Yeah,
we are underestimating or underrating that aspect actually. And also, it's not about keeping the floors neat, just that we also need to check our ventilation. Yes, our toilet ventilation. Most people just leave their toilet windows there. It's closed. It's not meant to be like that. It's meant to be open. Like, please just
let
enter.
The air go. Let the air go out.
Okay, yes. In as much as I don't know what you're trying to avoid or prevent, or I don't know, but you need to make your toilet ventilation like top notch. You get, the floors are meant to be dried. Please, I feel even if it is wet, you won't even feel that, you won't be comfortable in your toilet. Your toilet is meant to be somewhere you go in and you're comfortable. You get, germs can come in any way, but when it is dried, at least when you go in, to a certain extent, you feel okay.
And also, I think we need to talk about footwear in the bathroom. Yeah. Some don't even wear footwear to the bathroom.
Oh my God!
They just walk inside. Maybe they say there's foot mats at the
entrance.
I just clean my leg. But I think we need to understand that though we might not really we might feel it's not so important, but I think it is. We need to have a toilet and bathroom footwear.
Yeah. Yes.
That by the time you come out, you're just putting it right in front of the bathroom door or the toilet door, and then you put on another one inside the house, the room, and all of that. You don't just carry the one you've been bringing from the bathroom. No, I know you are guilty. I know you are guilty.
Please don't judge me.
I know you are guilty because the way you just did your face, it sold you out. So you don't just carry the same footwear to the kitchen.
Yes.
Don't carry the same footwear to your bedroom.
Yeah.
It's not, by the time you buy slippers, it's not, I'm not sure it's so expensive.
Yes, it's not expensive.
Like that, it's not so expensive. Even though back then we used to buy it for 100 naira. But now maybe it's 500 or 700 naira. I feel it's just, everything we're just saying here is just for our own personal gain, for our health. Because little things matter. Little things that we don't take notes of.
Yes.
Little gems here, by the time they accumulate, that's like, no, you want to say something?
No, I was trying to support you now.
Little gems here, and especially for people that have kids at home, it's very important for you to take note of all of this, because you cannot underestimate the power of children. By the time they just see just take it and put it in their mouth.
Exactly.
You understand? And by the time you go to the hospital, most times when you take your child to the hospital, they tell you it's infection. Infection. It's not. Sometimes it's not just. It's not just from outside. It's not just from the school. Sometimes it's within the house.
You know, we also we don't, or we neglect this aspect of keeping our buckets neat. We just feel like it's a bucket now. We use it in fetching water, and so it's always neat. But we fail to realize that we also need to take proper care of our buckets, like wash it from time to time. You get both inside and outside. Make sure it is always neat. You get, because you're going to use the water. If that bucket is dirty, trust me, once you put that water inside and you bathe with it, you're also infecting yourself with one germs or without you knowing. But when you keep on washing your buckets, at least it will help you. It will reduce that possibility of you getting any, we're not talking of the water now, we're talking of the buckets. You get it will help you reduce the germs that might be coming from buckets or this. Your hands also can just touch the back of your bucket without you knowing. If it is dirty, you also contact the germs that will be coming from it. Anything can happen. So it's just advisable for you to watch both inside and outside your buckets also. Let's not forget that part. Then we also come to our tanks. I think we talked about it, right?
About that, yes.
Washing of tanks now. We neglect that fact too. Please check. We were talking about using the water for food.
Yes.
We also need to remember that we're also going to be using it to bathe.
Yes.
Our skin,
to wash our mouth.
Our skin. I heard our skins. We have this open pores. So the water we use in bathing too also contributes to one sickness we can just contract without knowing. So our tanks needs to be neat at all times and in perfect health.
So I think that we have brought you rules to maintaining we've given you tips to maintaining proper toilet and bathroom hygiene, and we hope that all this that you have listened to, all this that we have heard from us, you will take note of it
and put it into practice.
Yes. Because we cannot continue to deal with diarrhea, we cannot continue to deal with cholera and so many stuff like that. Sometimes you don't just have to let us avoid going to the hospital, and these are the things that will lead us to living healthy. You understand? All right, so that's all we have for you on the discourse segment for today. We're going on a short break now, and when we come back, Daybreak Africa continues. Please stay with us.